Welcome back to the TRF1 podcast. I'm your host, ABD, and today I'm joined by Ham. Hi, Ham. How are you feeling?
Hey guys, hey BD, I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Excited about Japanese GP?
Very much, very much. I've been seeing posts, I've been seeing outfit pics. It's good. I'm enjoying the Japanese spirit, Japanese Grand Prix happening. It's
Excellent.
actually really good.
Yeah, third race of the season. Pretty exciting. A lot of unknowns for a lot of teams. So I think this will be where the three races in a row. So it's going to be Japan and two more races after that. So I'm sure teams would be just pushing forward and hopefully getting some performance in the next few races.
Yeah, truly, that is true because we've been seeing that a couple of other teams are still adapting towards this year. We have only been seeing consistency from Mercedes and McLaren. Other teams are yet to show what they're capable of. And we had a few incidents in the FP1 and FP2, I guess. FP2 especially with Duhan's big crash that happened. I think you mentioned it, he was on, I think around 190.
Yeah,
He
108.
had a
Yeah, it's
180 miles per hour. That's a big crash. Yeah, but I think that's more than what Verstappen went through a couple of years ago with Hamilton. But
Silverstone.
then, yeah, in Silverstone, yeah, at the cops turning, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so I think that was bigger than that. But like we said, the predictions were done before the practice has started, and we are shooting just after the practice. So the predictions were completely before that. So we have not changed anything after this.
That's right. So let's go straight into it. So we'll go through the predictions for the Japanese GP, starting with the good drive. Ham, over to you. Who you got for good drive?
Uh, it may sound as a surprise to everyone, but then I've given Tsunoda. He's just moved into Red Bull from RB. He swapped positions with Lawson, but then I have a feeling he is going to be good in Red Bull. I hope my prediction comes true because he is capable of pulling out things that you don't expect other people to do. And in FP1, he did show some sort of pace. He was right behind Verstappen in that Red Bull. Unfortunately, in FP2, due to a lot of red flags, he was not as good as we thought in the second one, but then it was due to a lot of crashes. So I'm assuming in this tomorrow for the FP3 and qualifying, he is gonna put out some pace in that car. So hands crossed, good drive for Tsunoda.
Yeah, something funny that happened. So one of my friend who is from New Zealand, he was actually telling me he hopes um, Lawson finishes ahead of Tsunoda in this race, just so that they can prove like Lawson's not a bad talent, it's just the car.
Yeah, I technically don't want to do that because you will know later on why I said it. I do not want that to happen. At least in this race, probably the next one I do not mind.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, like you said, it'd be nice, right? Like a Japanese driver doing good in the Japanese Grand Prix. So, uh,
Yeah, totally. It's a home race for Sunoda. That is one of the other major factor why I'm rooting for him. And secondly, we have not seen a Japanese driver performing in Suzuka, and I think Tsunoda has not had a great run in the Japanese Grand Prix. I do not recall if there is any, but then as per my knowledge, there hasn't been a good Japanese home racer that has had a good race. So if Tsunoda proves that he is good in Japanese Grand Prix, in the Suzuka Grand Prix, it is going to be massive for Japan. He
okay.
has a huge fan following. It is going to be major.
Yeah, and we would also want to see like two cars from Red Bull fighting at the front. So hopefully he does well in this.
Yep. Max do need a team, a partner to win the championship with Red Bull. So hopefully it's Lawson. Sorry, Sonoda, not Lawson. Sorry, guys. It's Sonoda.
Yeah. Okay. I have gone for. bit more safer option compared to my last prediction. So I've gone for Lando Norris for a good drive. McLaren looks very strong, and I think in the last few Japanese GPs, Lando has done really well. It is one of his favorite tracks as well, so I think he's going to have a strong weekend. But we will come to the top three. I have a bit of a mixed bag in the top three compared to my good drive. So we'll see. We'll talk about that in a bit. All right. And also, Shaq is not here today, but we've got his predictions, and he has gone for Verstappen for his good drive. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Verstappen fighting with the McLarens at the top.
Yeah, but we've got McLaren good drive and two Red Bulls for a good drive. So Lando in a McLaren, it's the like you said, it's the easiest guess because they are fast. They have been fast for the past couple of races and from last year. They've kept that streak going. They've got for in the last two races, in fact, last three races, it's been McLaren winning.
Yeah.
And in last year, the season finisher was done by Lando. So I think uh, coming out from the Chinese Grand Prix, I think going for Lando is the safest option. And like you said, your predictions for the previous Grand Prix was crazy, completely crazy. I bagged some points in that. Hopefully, I do the same again. But then Shaq going for Verstappen is also a really good option with Red Bull having facing a lot of issues. Verstappen has been dragging the car. Hopefully, Tsunoda can do it as well.
Yep, absolutely. All right, moving on to bad drive. I have gone for Lance Stroll, and he has been good in the last two races. So we'll wait and see. I don't know what's going on with Alonso. I think Stroll beat Alonso in the last race as well in China. So it'd be a surprise if it happens again. What do you think, Ham?
So I did notice that he's got a couple of his races bad. So he's got the last two races. Uh, it was down the drain for Alonso. We've expect him to be better, but then in Melbourne, it was very unfortunate. Even an experienced driver, Alonso could not keep the car on track due to the rain. It was very unexpected spot. The rain had hit him, and he was not able to keep it in control. So that was very unfortunate. And the previous race, we couldn't actually blame Alonso for the issue
Technical.
for the brake. Yeah, for the brake issue. It was a technical DNF, so couldn't be blamed on Alonso. So I think it was his unluck. But then, if he's completed a race, I think he would be above Stroll, and he would be inside top 10. But then we'll have to wait and see.
Yep, yep. Okay, who have you gone for bad drive?
I've got this whole Ferrari poster behind me, but then I've got Ferrari driver Charles Leclerc for the bad drive.
They are the biggest unknown, right? So far this season. Like,
Yes, we have not seen their true potential. They've been saying they're going to bring it, they're going to bring it. They have not bought us anything. So I think my bad drive is not going to be a bad drive, but then I still assume Leclerc is still going to be facing some issues with the car, even in this race. So I'm giving my bad drive for Leclerc.
yep, yeah. Big unknown. I think it even surprised them that they won the sprint in China. Um,
Yeah, true. We could see Hamilton's reaction. He did not expect him to even get into the pole position, let alone win.
that's right.
So that was something very unexpected for them. Let's see how they perform in the Suzuka Grand Prix. This is the third race of the season, so we are yet to know what Ferrari is capable of.
Yep. And Shaq has gone for Jack Doohan for bad drive. And
I
like we
think
said,
that's kind of happening already.
yeah, like we said, we're shooting this after FP2. Jack had a big crash into turn one. It was a 180 miles per hour crash. It's huge. So fingers crossed. Hopefully he can race tomorrow, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that.
Yeah, hope he's all right after we've seen him walking, but we have not gotten a report on how he is doing health wise.
Exactly.
Is he under any concussion or is he into the hospital? We have not received any news on that, but then hope he's all right.
Yep, hopefully. All right, moving on to good team. Okay, Ham, we'll start with you this time.
Uh, I've gone for Red Bull again. Like I said earlier, uh, Red Bull is also in the unknown, just like Ferraris. But then the only fact that we know it is slow, but then Red Bull are saying that, or they are uh, giving out the fact that they are fast,
Mhm.
but not as fast as McLaren, but they are fast. They are as fast as Mercedes and Ferrari is what they are claiming to be. So I assume Red Bull is going to be having a really good race comparing to what they were having in the past couple of races in China and in Melbourne. I would say this would be their the race that brings a change to them. So I feel Red Bull being one of the good teams in this race.
Yeah, like we saw in FP1, if Tsunoda can be that close to Verstappen in the top five, I think even that is a big win for Red Bull in the constructors, right? So hopefully that happens. All right,
Yeah, I think at this point, Red Bull, even if Sunoda is in top 10, it is
bit of a relief.
equivalent to, yeah, it's a relief for Red Bull, to be honest, because they've been having their driver qualify P20 and build his way up to P15 or P14. That is the maximum he's gone, and with a lot of DNFs.
Yep,
So if Tsunoda has a good drive, it is something of a relief for Red Bull there.
absolutely. Okay, and with Shaq's prediction, Shaq has gone for Ferrari for a good team. Again, just like Red Bull, bit of an unknown. So if Ferrari can perform and get a good result out of this race, and I think it's going to be really crucial for Ferrari because it's a triple header. So we got Bahrain and Saudi straight after this. So I'm sure they want to get on the right foot, right, in the first race itself, so they can carry
Yeah,
the.
totally, totally. We have got another two races right after this, so uh, I would say Formula One is delivering what we need, race after race, week after week. Uh, we do not want any breaks for Formula One, but then we do have to see if the drivers are okay. They are racing throughout the week. They're traveling. It's getting to them the jet lag, and the drivers are very tired. So hope they're all right with all the different schedules because they are flying from one part to the other for the next race. So it is kind of hitting to them. Fortunately for them, after Australia, they've directly moved to China, which comparatively is not that far.
Yep.
And then they had a week off and they went to Suzuka again, close by place. But then from Suzuka to the Middle East is what is going to face a big threat for them. But then I think a lot of drivers have gone back homes during the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
I mean, last 1 week. So, let's see what happens. So I hope the drivers are in good form when the three races are ahead of us.
Yep. Okay, I almost forgot to tell my good team. So my good team,
Yep.
McLaren, again, going with the safest option this time, given the fact that I have taken so much risks in the last prediction. So yeah, Lando and Oscar, that looks like they've got the fastest car. Hopefully they can keep it together in the qualifying and finish it in the race as well, like they did in China.
Yeah, that's the safest option. I've gone for that for the previous time. I've did back some points, so that is the safest option. McLaren are looking very good, very strong, and let's hope they can provide the same thing during the race day.
Cool. All right, moving on to bad team. I have gone for Alpine. And also, given the fact what happened with Jack, hopefully they can get the car back. It's a massive hit. So yeah, I am predicting Alpine to have a bad weekend. Yeah, in Japan.
Yes, we're still not sure whether the Alpine is gonna be in the FP3 or in the qualifying because the car is damaged to the core. We could see the big storm after the storm of dust after the crash, and how the car had looked after, right after the race. So we are not sure what is the condition of the car. Hopefully, they'll be able to bring out the car in FP3 or later, middle of the FP3. But then we're still not sure whether they'll be there during the FP3 or during the qualifying. And with my bad team, I've gone for Williams. So I've I know that is a bit hard of a prediction right now because Albon has been performing really good. Sainz, the previous race, he was in points because of the DNFs, DSQ ahead of him. We had three DSQs the previous race, and it was everybody were ahead of Sainz. But then I have a feeling that this race is not going to be what Williams had predicted for themselves.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. I was hoping Sainz could easily, beat Albon in the races, but that's not been the case. Sainz been struggling, right? So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they perform in Japan.
Yeah, truly, truly.
And bad team for Shaq. He has gone for the Kick Sauber team, Hulkenberg and Bortoleto. Yeah, we'll see what they can bring out in the Japanese GP.
Yes, but being the bad team, I think for the past couple of races, Sauber has not been performing how they used to. They have not been performing like they predicted they would be. But
Mhm.
then they are the slowest car on track at the moment. So let's see.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to crazy predictions. Ham,
Let's keep the crazy predictions last. Let's go for the poll.
gonna go for the poll. Okay.
Yeah.
Your poll.
So I've gone for Norris, just like Shaq. So
Hmm.
both of us have gone for Norris to get the pole. He has been showing phenomenal speed. Uh, like we watched the FP1 and FP2, he has been ahead most of the time. So Norris for the pole.
Okay, I've gone on the for the other driver in McLaren, Oscar Piastri. He can also speak Japanese. So hopefully that will help him get that pole position in Japan.
Yeah, I can see your predictions right now, AVD, and it looks similar to what I predicted in the last race. So hope let the luck ride with you in this race.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Norris and Oscar. I hope they're really close in qualifying.
Yeah.
So that we can see if McLarens are going to dominate this season, like the popular opinion out there. I hope both the drivers can fight it out until the last race of the season. If there's one driver just flying away with all the points, that wouldn't be fun for us fans, right? So hopefully they fight it out.
Yeah, but we've seen what Red Bull did a couple of years ago, where one driver was very well ahead, and it was not something that we wanted to sit and watch.
Exactly.
It was actually boring. When Norris did the same thing, it wasn't interesting as well. We want to watch racing. We want to see people fight for the position. So
Absolutely.
we expect to see that kind of race here in Suzuka, especially with the aerodynamics in play. Let's see if that is going to happen.
Yep, absolutely. Cool. There you go. So Norris and Oscar fight it out for pole predictions. All right.
Going to be a good
You
one.
want to go for top three or the crazy predictions next?
Top three.
Okay. I'll go for my top three first. So, Oscar Piastri P1, Norris P2, and I've gone for Hamilton for P3. Hamilton is a bit of a gamble. I don't know where he's sitting in all of this. Hopefully, like we discussed, Ferrari can perform and one of the drivers can be in the top three. But yeah, there you go. That's my top three. So Piastri, Norris, and Hamilton.
That is the exact same order I was in Chinese
Oh,
Grand
really?
Prix.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly same one. So,
I promise I wasn't
uh,
copy pasting.
uh, but then I've gone for a bit different right now. I've got for Norris for P1, followed by Verstappen in P2 and Piastri in P3. I think Red Bull is going to show some pace in the Suzuka Grand Prix. So fingers crossed. And we've got Shaq's prediction as well.
Yep.
He's got Norris for P1, like me, followed by Piastri in P2 and Verstappen in P3. So we've got our second and third place in switched between us.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. There you go. So yeah, we have a mix there. We got McLaren, we got the Red Bull, and I've got the Ferrari. So
Yep,
hopefully there are multiple teams on the podium. That'd be nice to see as well. Super
true. Yeah.
excited about this weekend. Any final thoughts, Shaq? Sorry, Ham.
Uh, the final thoughts, I would say, let's give them the crazy predictions.
All right.
Give it to them. Let's give it to them. Okay, let's start with Shaq's crazy prediction.
Yep, Shaq
So,
has gone for three DNFs. When I looked at the weather, there are a few like chances of rain on Sunday, so that might be something on the cards for the Sunday. Um, yeah, wonder who the three DNFs would be. I don't want any of my good drive to be in that.
likewise, likewise. I don't want to be in the good drives there. The bad drives, yeah, they can be there. No worries.
Yep.
I don't mind having my bad drives in the DNF at all. And I've gone okay. So like you said earlier, your friend expected Lawson to beat Yuki. Well, I want Yuki to beat Lawson, and the thing is, I want Yuki to prove himself to the team or to the people in Red Bull that he was capable. He is capable of sitting in a Red Bull. He
He
was the number. He should have been the number one choice over Lawson. He's
exactly.
been with the team, so I want him to prove it to them because, to be honest, Red Bull actually rubbed it on Yuki's face, saying that Lawson is better than you.
Hmm.
We would want Lawson to have the seat over you. But then they had to swap just within two races, which was very unfair for Lawson. I feel bad for him, but then I feel happy for Yuki because he is long overdue to be in this position. So Yuki to win over Lawson, hands down. I predict that Yuki beats Lawson and show himself as the better choice for Red Bull seat.
Yeah, that would be something to look out for. And hopefully he can prove to Red Bull that he was the driver Red Bull has been looking for the past many years, right? They replaced Albon, they replaced Gasly, they replaced Perez, now Lawson, and hopefully Yuki is the driver they have been looking for all these years, who can drive as fast or
Right,
right behind.
yes, yeah, right behind. Like, I would say right below their noses. He's been sitting there right below their noses, and they've been going for the options. But then, yeah, let's see.
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. All right, my crazy prediction. Carlos Sainz to beat Albon. Now, if this was before the Australia Grand Prix, this for me it wouldn't have been a crazy prediction because in my mind I've always thought Sainz would easily beat Albon, but that hasn't been the case in the last two races. So hopefully this is the first time that Carlos Sainz beat Albon fair and square on the track.
I totally agree with you on that, ABD. I've not seen Sainz perform well in the last couple of races. even in the sprints. So I think this race, it is time for Sainz to prove that he is one of the best drivers in Formula One. He was in one of the biggest teams in the Formula One, and now he's into Williams, who is also a big name in this industry, showing that he is actually a really good driver. To prove that he has to be above Albon, at least in this race, because we are expecting a lot from Albon. With the type of driving he's done in Ferrari, this is not what we expect for him. So Sainz to beat Albon is a crazy prediction.
There you go, guys. On that bombshell of a note, it's time to end. Thank you for watching. That's our predictions for Japanese Grand Prix.
Here,
Bye.
guys, and please do remember to subscribe, like, and share.